Have you ever been a couple of weeks into a weight loss journey and everything's actually going stupidly well? Your weight's coming down, clothes are fitting better, you're getting closer and closer to your goal weight. You're actually going to get to that weight you once were in the picture you have of yourself from 10 years ago in Ibiza when you were your happiest, only to have an event on one weekend and you completely self-destruct. Well, I've been coaching since 2020 and you're the exact type of person I work with, because that was me as well. And here's what I would do if I was you. I'm going to make you think about something that you've probably not thought about for a long time, but I need you to picture this in your head, otherwise the rest of the video will fall on deaf ears. Do you remember your first breakup? Everybody around you was telling you your partner was a piece of shit. You knew something wasn't right as well. They were flirting with other people, they were making you doubt yourself, they were gaslighting you, but you stayed with them. It got to the point where your mates were that fed up with you not listening to them. They just started listing all of the things your partner had done to you. Sophie, on 4 separate occasions, you walked in on them in your bed with 4 separate women. Sophie, on the 5th occasion, there was 4 women in the bed with them. Even though you knew your friends were right, you couldn't see it. You could only see it once you'd broken up with them for a couple of years, been on your own, or when you'd met someone else and they didn't shag everything that moved. That's exactly what it feels like when you finally stop making fat loss your main and primary goal. It's a really similar feeling to when you realise you've wasted so much time on the wrong person when you could have been looking for someone else. Does that mean you should never have a fat loss goal? And if you do have a fat loss goal, it's toxic. Nope. I'll give you a personal example from me of how I used to come at weight loss, and you'll see that you've probably done the exact same thing. So when I was younger, I used to diet for every single holiday, like for weeks on end. My full year was based around me being a certain weight for going on holiday. It was almost always under 12 stone. I was obsessed with being under 12 stone. Usually I wouldn't get to the goal weight, but there was one holiday where I went to Ayia Napa where I hit under that 12 stone. This is what was going on in my head, right? I thought if I hit under 12 stone, I would hit that Ayia Napa strip and there would almost be like flocks of girls just lining up to ask me to come back to their hotel with them. In my head, I would maybe have to bring a bat with me and just bat them away and just be like, no, maybe I'll pick you. What actually ended up happening was on the first day we went to the beach, I got this picture taken of me next to my mate who actually was in quite good shape. And then I realised that I still absolutely hated how I looked, even though I'd spent months successfully avoiding food and got to my goal weight. I was so distraught from seeing that picture of myself that I got blackout drunk every night. The only girls who approached me on the strip were girls from my year in school who happened to book the same trip to Ayia Napa from Thomas Cook in Hamilton and were staying in the same hotel as us. And all they were asking me was, am I okay? You look pretty drunk, Gavin. Should you go home? I'm also pretty sure the moment I came back from that holiday, I regained all that weight I'd lost within a really short period of time. Right now I weigh quite a good bit more than 12 stone. I would say I actually do look a lot better, but I feel a lot better in my body. And a lot of that has came from the way I now think, not from actually physically changing a lot. Everything started to change when I started going to the gym and I started making it about me putting more weight on the bar rather than me weighing less on the scale. Even though I'd lifted weights before, I was doing it with the sole intention of me trying to weigh less. I had an epiphany moment when I'd been going to the gym for like 6 weeks. I was starting to feel better. I was starting to feel like I looked a little bit better in clothes. My clothes were feeling looser. I was looking at my arm going, oh my God, is that a tricep? I don't even know what that is on my arm. I've never seen that before. And I was like, right, I feel better. I feel like I like myself a bit more in the mirror. I'm gonna weigh myself because I'd avoided the scale for the past 6 weeks. And I was expecting a big drop in the scale because I was feeling better, and I weighed the fucking same. That completely broke my brain at the time. I remember actually doubting myself and going, maybe I should stop lifting weights if I want to weigh less. But I'd started enjoying it that much and enjoying the process of actually lifting that much that I stuck with it. Shouldn't have done that, shouldn't have done it, shouldn't have done it. That was the moment for me where I put lifting weights and getting stronger above weight loss. And it's never changed, ever, even when I've tried to lose weight. And that has been one of the best things that has ever happened to me. That 6 weeks where I focused on getting stronger and ended up weighing the same was one of the best things that ever happened to me. Now remember, you will never be able to see what I'm talking about unless you remove fat loss from being your primary goal and make it secondary or third, or actually don't even think about it for a while. And truthfully, I've seen it with clients over and over again. That primary fat loss goal that you're so desperate to hit, if you don't change it, will actually be the very reason you don't lose fat, and the very reason as soon as you do lose some, you binge it all back on. And if you want to start making lifting your priority, but you don't have a clue how to go about it, because you know, that's pretty daunting in of itself, you could just hire me as your coach. I mean, it's gonna be a hell of a lot easier, isn't it, when you hire someone to help you who's been through the exact same thing as you. What I'd actually do if I was you is trial out my 4 weeks of free online coaching for yo-yoers that want to become gym goers. I'll stick that in the description, and it lets you see what coaching with me would actually be like before you sign up or book a call. And if you're on a bit of a YouTube binge, you could just watch one of my other videos, because I'm pretty sure you're like, oh man, this guy's different, this guy's not like the rest of them, this guy knows his shit, this guy's not a scam artist, this guy